Hi, my name is Coldbeer and let's start with Subnautica and Subnautica Below Zero. Although I am a fan of Jacques-Yves Cousteau, Subnautica always looked more like a Little Mermaid to me. You know, a very colorful world filled with shiny bright corals and fishes seemed like a game for kids and not for an old grumpy dude like me. But you know, as a YouTuber I have to try a lot of games, at least a little, so I could have a perspective, so I installed the game and I love it now. It's addictive and it's really hard to stop playing. You know, they should put a label on it or something warning people that before and after the playtime, in that time years could pass without a trace. When you finally finish playing, you go to the bathroom to take a biggie for the first time in like 20 years, and you are suddenly this guy.
The place where you're supposed to have the toilet paper, you got this little shelf with 3 seashells on it.
He doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells.
So yeah, that's what Subnautica can do to you. And Below Zero is Subnautica too, but you don't have to play the first part to understand everything. For example, I would start from the first part, but just because I could have more of it to play. But hey, it doesn't really matter. Satisfactory. This game is basically a 3D Factorio, but Factorio is being cocky about it and is never discounted, so let's talk about Satisfactory instead. Here you will defeat nature by building massive factories everywhere, expand wherever and however you want, without any annoying regulations we have here on Earth, because you are not on Earth anymore. All those animals and plants that live here are scientifically unimportant. They live to serve you and your factory. Here you'll find about 30 square kilometers, which is about 11 square miles of terrain filled with unique flora and fauna. You can recycle everything and make factories out of them. Build beautiful metal constructions instead of ugly nature. Cover the whole surface of the planet with your elegant conveyor belts and train tracks. Make that pathetic natural habitat disappear and make beauty instead. Be a true hero of the industrial era. Northgard. This is an RTS game based on Norse mythology in which you play as a clan of Vikings vying for the control of Mysterio's newfound continent. In this simple strategy game you will find lots of victory conditions, atmospheric music, changing seasons and, as you can see, pretty nice art design. Also, the game has a decent campaign with a pretty good story. Sadly, as I've mentioned many times before, Northgard's AI is cheating with infinite resources and manpower, meaning that developers couldn't create really good intelligence that could win against humans on its own. Well, I know that many strategy games do not have strong AIs, but they at least try. But you never know, maybe developers were AI geniuses, but they were afraid of accidentally making Skynet. You know, being accused of making a bad AI is one thing, but being responsible for a robot uprising that destroyed human civilization? Yeah, you know, better safe than sorry. Nevertheless, Northgard is a good RTS game for a few days, or maybe more. Maybe you will fall in love with it, you know, like tapeworm falls in love with your guts. Days Gone. I know that this is a base builder fest and you may argue that Days Gone has nothing to do with it. Well, as always, you are wrong. In-game you will be building a lot of relationships with brain-thirsty zombies, so check and mate to all your arguments. This is an open-world action-adventure game set in a harsh wilderness 2 years after a devastating global pandemic, which made a lot of zombies out of unlucky humans. Here you will take control of a bounty hunter trying to find a reason to live in a land surrounded by death. You will scavenge through abandoned settlements for equipment to craft valuable items and weapons, or take your chances with other survivors. Days Gone has very positive reviews on Steam, so if you like zombies, give it a try. Although, have you ever imagined that somewhere in the universe there's probably a planet of zombies and they are creating horror games about becoming human? And honestly, we actually are pretty terrifying. City Skylines. This is an amazing city building experience, true successor of SimCity but with all the benefits old school games never had. And here it's entirely up to you if your city has a school, or maybe you decide to grow a city of dimwits. Or, you know, a factory in the middle of Central Park. Why not, if you are not afraid of people's disapproval? But hey, since when mighty rulers are afraid of something? Build a city of prisons, show them who's the boss. You know, a city made only of prisons and their staff. Will anyone dare to misbehave in there?
Well, that even rhymes.
I know, right? And then you may want to stretch your waste disposal pipes directly to the ocean, make a beach nearby and watch what happens. Or build a utopia where everyone is happy and nice to each other. It's entirely up to you how you decide to deal with this. For example, maybe summon a tornado or an asteroid. That's if you own DLCs for that. This game is littered with them, so be careful. It's a black hole for your wallet. Also, I must warn you that this game is highly addictive and will consume tons of your free time. Make sure you have it. They are billions. It's impossible not to love the visuals of the game. Such nice details are usually not present in the games where you look at things from afar. So it's a strategy game set in a distant future about building and managing human colonies after a zombie apocalypse destroyed almost all of humankind. Now there are only a few humans left alive that must struggle to survive under the threat of the infection. Billions of zombies roam around the world in massive swarms seeking the last living human colonies. So you must build a town and protect it from zombies. This is a simple and genius idea. Well, it's surely not new. Similar missions of building and defending your base against swarms of enemies were implemented even in the first StarCraft in 1998. I'm not saying that you will enjoy this game for a long time, but in a short period it is a great vaccine against boredom. Just don't let that single zombie slip in. One zombie is all it takes for your city to burn. Be careful. They are billions, but you are the last of us. Crossfire Legion. Here you lead your customized army to failure, well, or to victory, which is less likely, on the proving grounds of a not-too-distant futuristic world consumed by corporate conflict. Here you'll also find a nice campaign where you will fight in various terrains, from atop of skyscrapers to marshy wet regions that will remind you of your ex, or infiltrate heavily defended military bases as you get to know the main characters and goals of all three rival nations. Multiplayer is also implemented, so you can climb leaderboards or most likely never ever see your name even close to the top, or probably at all. You can also team up with your friend in co-op maps and defend together, or show your adversaries who's the boss. Probably not you. People on Steam are saying that Crossfire Legion has StarCraft-style gameplay within Command & Conquer general-style setting, which is great. The downside of it is that you will need an internet connection even for a single-player campaign. Also, it lacks map variety and some other features, but keep in mind that the game is constantly updated and it's new, and complaining is not what we do. More RTS like StarCraft is better than less. Let's not discourage creators with our overwhelming whining. Honey, I joined a cult. The title is a bit misleading because here you won't be joining a cult, you will be the boss of it. So let's go and create our own religion and become respectful cult leaders. In the process, make some real good money and exploit others by imposing our own will on various dimwits. Here, as everywhere else, effective management is at the heart of every money-making enterprise, and your organization is no exception. Dressing in snappy robes isn't enough, your cult must run like a well-oiled hypnotic wheel. People on Steam are talking that this is a great game to relax and play for an hour or so once in a while. So if you like management games, it may be your spoon of potato salad, but don't expect miracles. It's an entertaining game, not an actual cult simulator. You won't be actually learning how to scam people with imaginary friends. Anyway, 8 out of 10 people are happy with the game, so there is a chance that you will like it as well. Warhammer 40k Gladius Relics of War. That's a long-ass name, I give them that. The game has a very positive review score and 90% discount. That is great, but of course there is a catch. If you like the game, keep in mind that there are about 13 DLCs available. So yeah, that's a trap for your wallet, but it may be a pleasant one. Maybe you like to suffer, I don't judge. Anyway, Warhammer 40,000 Gladius Relics of War brings you a world of terror and violence with a turn-based 4X strategy game. You'll face a challenging AI and cooperate or compete with friends and strangers across the globe. Play as one of 4 iconic Warhammer factions, each with their own unique playstyle and technology tree. Explore a randomly generated world filled with special features and threatening wildlife that can crush your troops' morale. People on Steam are talking that this is a great strategy game, but as I've mentioned before, many say that without DLCs it feels incomplete. Well, this price is a joke, so you can risk it anyway. Still, more expensive than your sister. And now let's quickly check out GOG Weekly Sale as well. And oh la la, what is that? An adult content themed game sale? I ain't gonna click on that in general, I don't want to be demonetized, but hey, agony for this price? That is a great deal. Also, the best versions of the games like Steel Rising, Frostpunk, System Shock, Pillars of Eternity, Mortal Shell, Blasphemous, and many others have great discounts. Click on my affiliate link in the description below and explore the greatness on your own. Check that adult sale on my behalf as well. Thank you for watching, have a nice day, and I'll see you. You never guess. Next time, bye!